They've never played against each other. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I'm already nervous. I'm being serious. I'm already nervous.
They've never. I can't believe this. They've never played against each other in the Women's Champions League.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised to hear that.
Yeah, it must be because of how it used to be set up.
Format.
Yeah, exactly. As opposed to a league phase, as opposed to group stage, or brackets, or not brackets, groups.
Groups, yeah. Well, you've just mentioned there you're a bit nervous.
I'm nervous.
Why?
Because Arsenal's peaking right now and Chelsea's not. Like, it's not looking great for Chelsea. They played in January. Arsenal won. They looked like the better team. They were the better team. Arsenal, I think, were pretty shaky throughout the fall. We had a lot of question marks around their team. They came into 2026 and they've completely turned around their performance week in and week out than what they were doing in the fall. Whereas Chelsea, a little shaky, but they had a great league phase. And now it's not, they're just going the wrong way.
But Chelsea have a ton of injuries.
They do,
right
and that's a big part of it. I mean, I had the sniffles, and they have so many people who are out. So it's like, that's part of it. Arsenal, they're both stacked teams. When everyone's healthy, I'm not sure who wins, but right at this moment, right now, Chelsea has more players out and are not doing as well as Arsenal is.
But
so.
they have time. I understand why you're nervous.
They do.
Chelsea,
That's
I would
true.
be too, but there's time. I think from now until quarterfinals is 4.5, 5 weeks. I'm not sure the exact time, but that's enough time to hopefully get some of these players back and to continue or to start building that confidence again, that chemistry again on the field during the domestic league.
My concern is that they're sitting in third in the domestic league. Arsenal has 2 games in hand, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. They're right behind them in terms of points. So my concern is that I would love if Chelsea was sitting top of the table, WSL. They could rest everybody they need to, just do what they need to do during the games, but not push at all. But every game in WSL, they need to be winning at this point. And then on top of that, they need to be returning people back from injury, and it just seems like a tough road. Maybe I'm being a pessimist.
I understand. I understand why you're nervous. It's very realistic.
I'm an optimistic realist.
Perfect.
But right now it seems pessimistic.
When I'm looking at these two teams, I think start of 2026, but all last year we were like, how are they signing all of these players?
Right.
Oh my God, they have so much depth on both of these sides. Chelsea have not gotten the best out of their depth yet. I think Arsenal's had that adversity already, and that's why we're saying they're peaking at this moment. Everything's coming together. They have players coming back from injury. They're scoring a lot of goals. Chelsea's in that flux portion of when they get those players back, will they be back in form? Are they a championship team on Europe's biggest stage? This is going to be the ultimate test that I think Chelsea needs in order to propel forward. And it's 2 legs. It's good for them.
Yeah.
Thank you. I needed that.
You're welcome. I've got you.
Appreciate it.
If we take a look at the Reds versus Blues, their recent matchup history, as I mentioned, they've never played against each other in the Women's Champions League. But also in their last meeting, Arsenal beat Chelsea 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. I'm not too sure how long ago that was. I don't think it was. A month ago. So you complain about their recent form, Chelsea, but it was happening a month ago.
Correct. That's why I'm nervous.
January 24th.
Less than a month ago.
Less than a month ago. So
yeah,
I guess.
but I do think, listen, let's look at the positive side. They do have a stacked roster when everyone is healthy. I just need them to commit to the rehab. I need them to not push it. I need them to do what they need to do in WSL and then come through Champions League and make sure they have everybody pushing and feeling great heading into quarterfinals.
I think for Chelsea, if they can manage to shut down Alessia Russo, they've done half the job. And I think with Naomi Girma in that back line, I think they have the capacity to do that.
I think so too. And you look at Arsenal, they were not good last season. They went on to win Champions League.
Sure.
They played the perfect matches in the second leg. They were the comeback kids. And so if Chelsea can do that in this little run-up that they have, I think you cannot write them off. I would take such a page out of Arsenal's book from last year and use that as motivation, or just something to give them energy into this first matchup with Arsenal in this leg.
Who do you think has the momentum going into this game? Because it's interesting. Apart from the domestic cups in England, Chelsea are really relying on the WSL in their recent form, which hasn't been, as of yet, not too good. But Arsenal were coming off this, even though they didn't really want to play in these extra 2 games because it's extra congestion, they're coming off a 7-1 aggregate win off Leuven. Surely they're taking that advantage going into this next game.
I think they have that advantage because of the momentum we've been talking about, the momentum they've been building. But we have to see what happens in this next month because it's a long time.
True.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, the quarterfinals isn't till the 24th of March.
24th, yeah, so they have time.
What's today's date?
The 18th.
Okay. It's just after Valentine's Day, isn't it? So it's like 16th.
18th.
Both teams, but there's less days in February.
Both
Both
Yeah.
teams have time to continue building something good. Chelsea has time to get out of this slump they're in, and Arsenal has time to continue building that chemistry. I really think this match is 50-50. When I look at 2 of these quarterfinals, I think on the other end, the Clásico, it's skewed more towards one team than the other. And here, I think it's 50-50. I think both teams have the quality, the talent, the tactics, and the coach to win.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to call this one.
Yeah. But it's going to be an exciting game.
Kelley.
Nervous.
Yeah, I am. But I think that Chelsea can take the recent form, right? Their loss to Arsenal in January. If I'm on Chelsea, I'm like, not again. I'm not letting that happen again. They've tied and they've lost to Arsenal today, or this year. Not happening. Like, the quarterfinals is theirs to win. They're in control. They have to take that mentality into it, regardless of what's happening with injuries or whoever can suit up. It's like, whatever 11 we can put on the field, we got to make it work, and we have to figure out a way to win and bring that mentality. It's a championship moment, right? It's a win or go home moment. So that's the type of mentality I need from Chelsea going in there.
I agree. I think we know that a big storyline for Chelsea has been the injuries. Oh, the injuries are holding us back. Oh, the injuries are affecting us. But when it comes down to playing, you can't use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
You're Chelsea. And like you said, you have to figure it out with the players that are healthy, with the players that are available. You have to find a way to make it work. There's no excuses once you get to this level of Champions League.
Yeah, and like we said, the quarterfinals, they are over a month away. So anything can happen in that month. We could see a huge turnaround in the WSL. Lots of things could happen. But I want to pose the question, if they did play this weekend...
Ooh. This weekend, Hannah.
What do you think would be happening?
Well, after a midweek game?
They had a midweek game. Arsenal had a midweek game. Mm-hmm. But they also didn't have to play on the weekend, apparently, because...
Their pitch was waterlogged.
Correct.
Yeah, against Brighton.
Arsenal wins if they play in a week.
I think Arsenal would have it in the bag.
No doubt in my mind.
I think Arsenal would have it in the bag.
I don't want to answer the question.
Why are you saying Arsenal have it in the bag?
They're so confident.
Yeah, their run
right
form's
now. I mean,
fantastic. They're playing
I
great.
think with Arsenal, they actually gain more playing more.
yes.
Does that make sense?
No, I think so.
But they've just won the FIFA Women's Champions Cup. They've won this 7-1. They look like a team that thrives on confidence, on winning loads of games.
That's such a good point, Hannah. I think Arsenal, we judge them by their inconsistencies early on. They have found the consistencies by playing in these extra matches that you can look at in a positive way or a very negative way, that it's congestion, that you have tired legs, that you're testing your depth. That only makes them stronger. They gain more and more momentum in these matches. And I think even watching this last match against Leuven, they gained momentum throughout the match. They gained quality throughout it. They ended on such a high, such beautiful goals from Alessia Russo. And I think when you go into a game against the levels of a Chelsea and you're feeling that way and you've got that under your belt and you're vibing with everybody, you're in flow, they're a team that can't be beat.
Yeah, it's almost like they've needed that time for things to mesh.
And they've gone through the obstacles of the fall, right? I remember having Emily Fox on post-game. I think it was after Wolfsburg or Bayern.
Bayern.
And, the defeat. And just, they were her and the team seemed like they were in a tough spot, in a deep valley. But they have risen out of that. 2026, they look fantastic. They're flying on all cylinders. So, no, I don't want to answer the question about who would win this weekend if they played. So
Read the subtext.
I heard we have to go to break. So, Hannah?
The question is, do Chelsea have enough time to get out of their current events?
I'm going to have to phone a friend and figure out what's going on over there.